Everyone, CPO here, and I'm actually in God's country. That's right, Colorado. So turns out we happen to be here and close to this guy. This is Scott Bove. We're in Conifer, Colorado, and we're out at S-Tech Switch Systems and Team Tech Off-Road, and thought, man, we can't be this close without coming by to say hi. You guys have recently seen a couple of videos I've done on both an S-Tech Switch Systems install, as well as the Rubicon sway bar complete kit that I did from Team Tech Off-Road. So we'll probably show you a little bit more about that, but for now, check out this Jeep back here. This is Scott's Jeep from Team Tech Off-Road. So the very first thing I want to do is do a walk around on this bad boy and show you what he's got going on here. So, you ready?
Yeah, sure.
All right, let's do it. So Scott, I happen to notice there's a 392 badge here on the side.
Yeah, that's just the badge.
Yeah. Show me what's under the hood, dude.
It's I think it's a 3.6. It sounds a little loud because it has a muffler that's aftermarket.
If it's a 3.6, I'm trading you.
It's a 3.6 392. There you go.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, it's a little dusty.
It's a HEMI.
It's a HEMI. This one's a 500 horse HEMI done by Dakota Customs out of South Dakota. 500 horse, 500 foot-pounds of torque, bolts up to the stock transmission. This particular one has a Borla 3-inch stainless steel headers and Borla straight exhaust with an exhaust cutout, electrical cutout, which we can cut out right after the headers and go straight exhaust.
Oh, that's cool.
Totally cool. Dual Optima batteries, which really is a nice feature. One of the problems of designing a vehicle is you look at all the shortcomings, and Jeep doesn't have very many, but there are a few. One of them is under the hood lights. So we installed this kind of cool little switch and turns on 2 LEDs at nighttime. It lights up the entire engine bay.
Oh, that's cool.
And notice you can't see any wires. There's no wires. Everything's hidden.
Must be these guys right here, run right through.
And that's it.
Yeah.
That's the only one you
That's
see.
awesome.
Yeah. So we have a Warren 12S Xeon winch built in. We have wheeling LED lights, both the light bar and front and rear, and all around the Jeep are wheeling LEDs. Ultra hook by factor 55, really sweet. Underneath, notice the RCV axles. We have a Dana 44 from TerraFlex for the 1/2-inch wall, and that's a heavy-duty steering from TerraFlex. It's a 4-inch long arm kit with 1-inch puck extensions for a total of 5 inches. The wheels are custom powder coated from American Racing. Yeah, Falcon 3.1 shocks. We had to cut out the Poison Spider fender well for the Falcon 3.1s, but it actually came out real nice. ROCKS Light Engineering supplied us with a real nice piece for our LED light bar. ROCKS Light Engineering, great sliders. It's great for when.
Oh, nice.
Yeah, well, that's great when you want to get in, because with a 5+ inch lift in 37s, it's kind of a hike to get in.
I see they're lighted too, huh?
They're lit, and they close automatically and open automatically. And what's nice is if you go off road and you open them up and it hits a rock, they stop.
Oh,
So
cool.
you can see it doesn't take a whole lot of pressure to do that.
And then you can disengage those, right, when you're out wheeling?
Well, yeah, so we installed this little switch here, let that close, and we'll go ahead and turn that off, and now they're disengaged and they don't work.
Nice.
I have all rock lights underneath, which is always kind of nice when you're wheeling at night. If you hop in and take a look at, there's your pistol grip.
Oh yeah, I just did
Just did an install on that.
an install on that. Yeah.
Yeah.
And for those of you wondering, yes, it does hold a magazine.
Go look at the Tuffy box underneath. I think.
Oh yeah.
If you want.
Right here. You have one on both sides, or just
One
the
on
driver?
both sides,
Oh,
and
nice.
they also have matching locks, so you have one key to like.
Cool.
Poison Spider cage.
Nice.
We have a custom switch system that we built. Obviously, we're in the switch business. Since we through Team Tech Off-Road sell Switch Pro, we mounted a Switch Pro system on the left and an S-Tech system on the right. All of the pneumatics are handled by S-Tech. All the electrics are handled by Switch Pro, which is really
that
nice.
is nice, yeah.
And you can see the sway bar disconnect is there as well.
See, cats and dogs can play together.
They play well. They're great people at Switch Pro. And just because we make switches doesn't mean we can't be friends.
No, that's awesome.
And just for that, just in case you need a little extra protection.
There we go. Now I know we're in Colorado.
That happens to be a 12 gauge and an AR-15, which is always nice to have when hunting season opens up.
Yeah, there we go. Yeah, you don't find rigs like this in Baltimore very often.
And you can see we have Poison Spider body armor. We painted the body armor to match the anvil color, so most people don't even know that we've got body armor, but we went ahead and put red vinyl underneath the Spider, so it kind of shows off a little bit.
That's a great idea.
Anti-rock on the rear. We do have our sway bar, RUBICON sway bar in the front, but we have a anti-rock on the rear. Which
Wait,
is
hold
a
on.
nice combination.
I got to show this. Underneath here, there we go. Team Tech Off-Road.
You see the ARB compressor?
Yeah, you got the compressor right there, and then you've got the TTO sway bar disconnect. See, you're eating your own dog food. That's nice to see, right?
Yeah, we love it.
It works.
Works great. And we have a snorkel that runs from that ARB compressor up into the engine bay, so we can go through deep water without pulling water into the filter.
Oh, nice.
Which is nice. Yeah.
That's a great idea of mounting a compressor up underneath there.
Well, it's a great place for it. So you can see we've done all the conversions for Poison Spider LEDs, wheel and backup lights. This is kind of neat, one of a kind. We do a lot of one-of-a-kind stuff. These are emergency flashers. So if we want to, we turn them on and they'll flash. If we're parked someplace and we don't want people to not see us. But how do you get at the spare tire? That's always a problem. Here's our rear camera. So we mount this up here, and now you can access through these super magnets. You can access the spare tire, remove the plate, and take off the spare tire. And here is the brake light, which is really
that's pretty
neat.
cool. Yeah.
So underneath back here, this is kind of cool.
Oh yeah, truck vault.
We have a truck vault and a TerraFlex shelf system. So this is where we put all the goodies, and when we go to the shooting range, we usually load up with a couple of BB guns, and we have a power tank and all of our winching equipment and accessories. And I think there might be another gun in there. Who knows? Might be maybe we keep our BBs in there. That's where it is. And this is kind of a unique feature. I don't know anyone else who has a winch located in the rear, but in this vehicle we have.
Nice.
It's a 4,000-pound winch that's used for a UTV. And actually, if you want, you can go underneath and see how we did it. It's kind of neat. We threaded it right through the trailer hitch. So people say, hey, 4,000 pounds is not enough. Well, we run a snatch block, which almost doubles it. One. And number two, you don't sometimes need more than a couple thousand pounds of push to pull you out when you're in a ditch. And we've had to use it a few times. It's worked out real nice.
Oh, that's cool.
You want to hear it?
Yeah.
All right, well, let's go.
Wish I had more time. I wanted to take a wheeling. Oh, yeah.
That's with the open exhaust. That's with closed.
That quietens up a lot. That is pretty
That's
awesome.
kinda neat. So we have the S-Tech system mounted in its stock location. We've put the Switch Pro actually underneath this air box, so it's actually located and hidden underneath just for space purposes.
Right, nice.
The HEMI kind of takes up a little bit of room.
Yeah, I can imagine.
And these are always nice. I don't know if you have these on yours, but
No, but but I'm looking at them right now thinking that's a great idea.
well, just go to our site and buy them like you've done everything else.
Yeah, that's awesome. I need some of those.
So I did watch your video, and we are going to put on the JL hood release. I love
Those are cool, huh?
I ordered the parts from the dealer, and I'm excited. Can't wait to put them on.
All right, I talked Scott into a quick drive in this bad boy.
Didn't take much.
Yeah. Don't probably need many excuses to drive a Jeep around, huh?
The good thing about Colorado is there's usually plenty of land to spread your wings. what's nice about this install is we've included a set of paddle shifters out of a SRT Challenger, so we can downshift and upshift right off.
No way.
Right off the steering. Let's go ahead and get this in first gear. See, it's in first.
How hard were those to put in?
It wasn't. You can actually put into a 3.6 as well.
I'm thinking that, yeah.
This happens to be not a stock radio, although it looks like a stock radio. What's nice about it is we've set this up so that we can operate with the spare tire. It's hard to see out of the rearview mirror, so we would use this as a rearview mirror, which is really kind of nice. Now let's see if this thing runs well.
Like a HEMI. Does not feel like a Jeep. Whoa.
And the one great thing about this package is we set the suspension up real nice. You can feel, even going over these bumps on the curbs, that it sucks every single bump up. And even though it's on a 5-inch lift, and even though the shocks are set for stiff, the springs are really, really good.
You don't even feel when you go off the edge.
And I'll go off the edge in a little, I do this quite a bit for customers who come in wanting their suspension done. And one of the things we specialize is look at that. We're bouncing off all the dirt, going through it, and there's nothing.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Downshift. No lean. Now let's talk about the lean issue. As we went through this with the Rubicon sway bar, that we recommend you do not use the Rubicon sway bar disconnected while on the road. And you can see this sway bar is connected. We're going to go ahead and we're going to disconnect the sway bar. And we're going to do the same thing, and I want you to see how much lean you're going to have. Here we go. It's now disconnected.
Oh yeah.
Now we're going to go ahead and reconnect it. So that's the difference. It is not recommended that you use the Rubicon sway bar disconnected while driving on the highway. But it's nice to know that when you're off-road at higher speeds and high range, like you commented, that you can in fact disconnect your sway bar. Now we're at 10,500 feet here in Colorado, so we do lose some horsepower, but having 500 is okay.
You've got a few to spare.
You give a few to spare. So we're going to pull over right here, and you're going to drive us home.
Awesome.
Well, I will say that this is one of the few times that someone else has driven my Jeep. It's kind of strange being on the side.
I'm honored to be one of those few.
I have a policy that you can drive it if you can pay for it.
Well, I can afford it, but I don't know if my wife would like that. I don't know what I have to sell to get it.
So the brakes are, in fact, TerraFlex slotted. They're larger rotors. You can feel brakes are actually quite responsive for 37s and a 6,500-pound Jeep.
Wow, yeah. The paddle shifters are cool. This thing handles great.
For a big Jeep,
Yeah.
It handles extremely well. We have a BMW on the mountain road holding us up. Go off the road here in the dirt if you want. Look at that.
That's just crazy. Yeah, it doesn't even feel like you leave the road hardly. Oh, now he's getting into it.
What'd you think of that?
This is awesome. I think I'll just take these with me.
Yeah, so this is a demo unit, and we take this all to trade shows. A really big hit at Easter Jeep. It allows us to turn on and turn off all of our switches, our 4-switch system, our 4-switch custom, 6-switch custom with voltmeter. So you can see here we simulate turning on the ignition, which is great. All your different lights, which is awesome. We have this little Jeep guy made. It's kind of cool. Rear lights, rock lights. We have all of it, including a voltmeter. Sway bar disconnect. This is locked. This is your sway bar. Here's the RUBICON sway bar with our disconnect. We're going to disconnect it, and there we go. So it's now you are disconnected, and the sway bar is inactive, and there it is locked. Works out real well. We have our universal system on here as well, and it's been a big hit.
All right, so back to the sway bar.
Yes.
There's one thing that you had mentioned to me that I thought was kind of fascinating, because I went through all the trouble to install and connect to my air compressor.
Okay.
But you were saying you know people that don't even run an air compressor and take advantage of this TTO air actuated disconnect. Tell me about that.
Okay, so I have 3 customers who came to me and said, you know, I don't want to buy an ARB compressor. I don't want to deal with all of that. So they went and got a paintball can, which was a canister about yay big. I think they're about $15, and mounted it under the hood. And they've gone 2 years without refilling that air canister.
Wow.
This guy here has 45, 50 pounds in it. This will probably last an entire weekend of us turning on and turning off the sway bar for trade shows. So it's actually quite neat, the fact that you don't need a lot of air. How much air can a little cylinder actually take?
Yeah, because that's really what you're filling up is just this guy right here, right?
Done, right? That's all you're filling up. So it's kind of a neat thing. You don't need a compressor, and a lot of guys just use paintball cans.
That's awesome. All right, so speaking of orders and customers,
Yeah.
show us what.
Yeah, I want a big Corey. We won't mention his last name. Corey P from Bixby, Oklahoma, placed an order today based upon your video. I really appreciate it, and he wants a
Shout out, Corey. Thank you, bud. Thanks for using that code.
Let's go pick his order. He ordered a blue unit, then he emailed me, hey, can I make it green? So we're gonna go ahead and pick a S-Tech 6 green, and that is up here. So we'll go ahead and grab a green unit. There it is. Corey's unit.
All right, green S-Tech.
There it is. Green S-Tech. And there it is, and it's going to go in. There's his label. Being shipped out today.
Nice.
Thank you very much, Corey.
All right, so we do have a couple of codes Scott was nice enough to give to my O3D Deep subscribers. So there's 3 of them, and it's been sort of confusing on which one's for which. So I want to cover that real quick with Scott to make sure that we're clear on this. So there is a TTO-ROCKS code, and that is for 10% off this guy right here. If you just buy this from Team Tech Off-Road.
$199
yeah,
for this piece right here.
Just this piece right here. It's $199, 10% off using TTO-ROCKS. If you buy the entire sway bar plus that, it's the entire sway bar system, that one we have a different code for, and that one is O3D-sway-ship. And that gives you free shipping on that, because that's a pretty heavy part, right? This is the one I ordered. The one I installed was this. I bought the entire thing from him, completely assembled. So O3D sway ship for this, TTO-ROCKS just if you're getting this, and then there's one more if you want to get an S-Tech switch system.
Which is what Corey did.
Yeah, and Corey
he used
nailed it. Yeah, right.
O3D-S-Tech -10.
10% off S-Tech switch
Let's
system.
go do it again. O3D-S-Tech.
Boom.
And that's what he used, and there it is. He took it 10% off
It works.
and free shipping.
Dude, that's
Thanks.
awesome.
Corey's cool, dude.
Hey, so I'll put these in the description of the video so that you've got them. But just know there's 3 specific codes for 3 different products, and so they're not interchangeable. You can't mix and match them. The S-Tech code is good only on the STechSwitch.com website. The Team Tech Off-Road website is where you get the sway bar disconnect or the complete sway bar system, and those have different codes for different ones, right? So make sure you're paying attention to that.
Hey, give us a call, 720-307-7263, and talk to me, and I'll have a picture of he and I together.
Anything else you got to say?
Something new just came out, announced today. This is a universal kit that mounts in the dash top of a JK or a JL, and that folds down, and that gives you 6 switches, and our S-Tech switch system, $279. Same price as
this one. So if you already have an S-Tech switch system, this
that
is
plug and play
right
right into it. How cool is that?
That's pretty cool. And you saw it here first, guys.
It's being released today. We're shipping our first order today.
There you go. It'll take me 2 days to edit this video, so you'll be late. All right, so guys, one other thing before we go, I'm taking advantage of Scott's time as much as I can. When I did my install of the S-Tech switch system, one thing I did point out is the fact I think it's super important to have some sort of an inline fuse or a circuit breaker in that system. And so yeah, I installed actually one just like this. It's a circuit breaker that will trip, and then you can reset it. The good news about that is if it does trip, first of all, figure out why. But second of all, you can go back to business pretty quickly without having to find a new fuse. But I got a phone call from you based on the feedback I gave in the video, and now tell us how that changes things for you.
Well, here's what we sell these for $19.99, and I had a lot of customers who were ordering them. We did include them at one point, and someone said, "Hey, can you take it out of the kit? I already have one." Because a lot of people use these for other reasons.
Right.
So I said, "Yeah, we'll take it out of the kit." And I'm thinking, well, how much do I take off the price of the kit? So we sell them for $19.99, but based on your comments, I decided to have as an add-on $9.99, so half off. You can add this to your system for $9.99. Those people who need one can have one for $9, or those people who don't need one can opt out and not buy it.
There you go.
I do recommend you have one though.
Yeah, I think it's smart, and so basically you're building a package deal that says, hey, if you need one of these, get it when you purchase a switch system, and you save 50% on it right then and there.
Perfect.
Cool. All right, Scott, thanks a bunch, man. It was super nice.
Great.
Thanks for letting me drive your Jeep.
It was
and
fun.
Next time I'm in Colorado, dude, I'm gonna.
You want to see something else real quick? Keep that live.
We got time. Come on.
I have a couple of little things you may want to see.
Come on, internet. Oh man.
I happen to be a car collector. This is an original DZ302 Z28. 45,000 original miles. You can go ahead and sit in it.
Oh.
I'll even let you start it if you want.
Okay, we're just gonna drive this back to Maryland.
Smell the race fuel. There you go.
That is awesome.
So I bought this on the original owner in Tennessee, and this is a matching number, all original DZ302. Pretty rare vehicle. You don't see too many in this shape that's untouched. And this is a 79 911 that I bought in Germany in 1980. It has 30,000 miles on it, and it sits out there most of the time. I'm building switches and selling Jeep parts. I don't have time to drive my toys.
Wow.
If we had more time, we would take this out, but sorry.
Yeah. Yeah, I gotta watch the clock.
All right,
I really appreciate it.
All right, you
Thanks,
take
man.
care. Thanks.
All right, guys, so that is my tour with Scott Bove and Team Tech Offroad and S-Tech Switch Systems. So as usual, thanks for watching. I'll catch you on the next one.